Now that I think about it, I've seen people doing this, for example, taking a bath with their denims. So it's like the first bath to make it age in a...
Bath?
Yeah, they take the bath with their denims on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a technique, like
Never heard of it.
crazy, super advanced technique to that people are using. Yeah, denims is...
For how long?
Oh, they just take for a few minutes. But the idea is that it dries on them.
Oh.
They want to make it dry on them, and it's like it's brand new. But that's the first thing that they are doing.
Yeah, but wait a minute. To have your denims, you took a bath with
the denims on.
and then it takes some
But
hour,
with clear
a few
water.
hours.
Yeah, might actually.
Are you at home or are you taking a walk with your denims? Then
Those people, they are part of a religion, so they have faith in the gods of indigo, and they do things that I don't even know. But it's actually a thing.
okay. Next time when I'm gonna see a guy with wet pants on, usually I thought that maybe he was late home and drank a lot too much water. But now I'm okay. That's
Don't
that's
judge
the
them too
indigo.
fast.
That's the indigo fan.
Exactly. Now, we could almost make a full episode just based on denims, because it's like some people are encyclopedias about this, and you can have very weird things. Welcome to another episode of Suit Yourself Podcast. So,
Yeah. Hi guys. Today a special episode, like every episode.
yeah, exactly. Very special. Now, this time we wanted to make something a bit different. We are often talking about new garments, new clothes, but I don't...
Today's episode is not about buying new stuff.
Exactly. It's actually about taking care of what you have. We are often saying that the quality comes with wearing them forever, but there is
but
also
you need
some
to take
tricks.
care of it, because otherwise you will just murder it.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's actually a good point. I don't think clothes, most of the time, your clothes don't die. They get murdered by your poor maintenance. So if
Yeah,
you
exactly.
have
And the same with shoes. But shoes we covered actually.
we kind of treated that already on the previous episode, because the advice that we gave, but we'll be able to run through that a bit in this episode again, because we will talk about a lot of different garments. The idea here is to give you as many tips as we have used ourselves, and we are using ourselves to maintain and take care of our clothes on a daily basis. What are the good tricks? What are the good ideas? What are the
And
good
also,
routines?
most important stuff that, guys, it's not that you need to sit and take care of your garments every day for 3 hours. So don't be scared. It's very simple. It just, there are a lot of misconceptions.
Yeah.
A lot of weird stuff, actually. I don't know how people came with that.
Yeah,
But just easy stuff, how to have clothes that actually look good for years.
Yeah, exactly. And let's jump right into it with the first segment. So let me put on my first segment glasses. Wait a second, guys. Let's start with this also. Subscribes if you are listening to us.
Yeah,
because,
help us. It helps us to reach wider audience.
Yeah, when we are looking at the stats, for us it's like it's outrageous. Most of you guys, and when I say most of you, it's like a huge part, a huge chunk, around 80% are not subscribed, and it's all the time the same score. So you guys are probably enjoying.
It's for free, and also our podcast is for free.
A podcast is for free.
Not for us.
Not for us.
This
Definitely not.
equipment was pretty expensive.
No, we enjoy what we are doing. We love it. The podcast is growing in a superb way. We're super happy about this. But just give us a little like, give us a little subscribe. It doesn't cost anything.
Follow us and share.
Yeah, and we're making good content, I believe. If not, comment. Say that we are doing something bad.
Yeah, rate us as well. But we have a very good rating at Spotify.
Yeah.
4.9.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, guys, and also rosters, judges.
Yeah,
who's wearing it the best today?
We actually match. Actually, the
always
badge.
matching somehow. You are wearing a seersucker suit.
Yeah, it's a seersucker.
Tone on tone, very cool.
Tone, and with a blue button-down shirt from Scolare.
Very cool.
The seersucker suit is from Herse, Polish brand.
Everything I'm wearing is from Brugialo. It's custom made and made to measure. Denims, selvage white denims, belt. No, this actually white beater is an old military surplus. And this one is also blue jello, actually.
Nice shirt. I like it.
Very cool.
Overshoot.
Like quite relaxed and with like dense material. It feels like it's like a very old stuff, like
Yeah, it looks like vintage. It looks like from some vintage store from Södermalm.
And actually, it was. I made it last year, but it's looks cool. All right, now let's jump into it.
Yeah,
let's give you the good tricks.
The biggest mistakes.
Yeah. Let's. There's a few ones, but let's start with the one that we think are the most relevant. So you were saying a very important point. Okay, I'm going to take off the glass. I don't think that. Very important point that we talked about. You said it's not about overdoing it.
Yeah.
And that's the first point. Don't over clean your clothes.
Don't clean your clothes too often.
And with too harsh detergent.
Chemicals.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I mean, if you
destroy them.
dry clean, even it's chemical cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. For me, my advice would be most of the time I wear my clothes 30 degrees maximum.
Yeah. Exactly. Sometimes even hand wash.
Yeah, exactly. And I would say if you have on white shirts and so on, sometimes you can have a bit darker shades on the curves and on the collar, and then I would use some vanish or something like this. So you spray it over
if it's needed.
If it's needed, exactly.
And guys, also, I wouldn't use the cloth softener.
That's true. So
it's not needed.
No, I reduced it a lot myself, just to the bare minimum. Because
I don't use it even.
Actually, it would be better not to use it at all. And some people even use vinegar, white vinegar.
Yeah.
Because what is happening is that it's covering the fiber of your clothes with a coat.
Exactly.
And then it smells good for a minute, but it actually prevents the clothes to breathe. Yeah, exactly.
And for example, all those technical clothes, for example, sport clothes, running clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
They lose the function.
Yeah, exactly. And they will smell very quickly because there is no breathability anymore. The sweat gets stuck and the bacteria develop and it smells bad.
And it's not needed because, guys, just use nice cologne.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to smell Lenore.
Yeah, or just take a shower.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some people, it seems still to be a mystery.
But also washing it too often. Most of the garments, they don't need to be washed every day. For example, okay, shirt is close to your
Everything
body.
that touches your body needs to be washed.
Yeah, but not trousers, for example.
No, yeah, but that touch the parts of your body that sweats the most.
Yeah.
So the feet, the armpits.
But even socks, for example, woolen socks should be cleaned, washed in a special special bag, and not tumble
dried. Yeah.
Not tumble dried, but also not how you mean? Rotated. Centrifuging in a high rev.
Yeah, exactly, because you're like stretching the fiber and you're just breaking it apart.
Exactly.
But what you said, second point, is dry cleaning.
Yeah.
Not dry cleaning, but the dryer in the machine. Using the tumble dryer. It's destroying your fabric. And I know that in America they are super fond of this. My brother was living in America. I spent some time in America and it feels super convenient. It's super helpful because all your clothes seems almost like iron. I wouldn't use that. Honestly, take a bit more time. Let it dry its own way.
Especially knitwear, for example. You need to flat dry it.
Never do. But we'll have a section talking about knitwear more specifically. But just don't dry clean if you can, and you should.
Also, some simple things that you can avoid is, for example, hanging your clothes on those
thin cheap wires.
No wires that you get from dry cleaner.
Hangers.
Or even those regular ones. If you have a jacket, then it should be hanged on a really wide hanger.
You want to maintain the shape of the shoulders.
Otherwise, it will just be visible after a while.
Yeah, exactly. And for every garment is like this. To a certain extent, also, you have those wooden hangers that have a little hole at the bottom or at the end of it, and those are for special clothes, especially for women to hang the dresses.
Yeah.
So the dress won't. But what can happen is that especially if the shirt is a bit heavy and it's drying on it, it will deform a bit the shoulder. So basically, you need to be careful on how you dry your clothes, generally speaking, and using too thin hangers, they destroy. I mean, it's okay for a shirt, of course, but it's very bad for a jacket. It's going to destroy the padding on your shoulders. So you need to avoid this. Another one is to stuff your wardrobe too much.
That's
when you
my
put
issue.
too much clothes. I also have the same problem, to be fair.
But I also keep my, for example, winter stuff in the basement.
Yeah.
In special bags.
I'm trying to do that more and more now.
Not in plastic, because it still needs to breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you go to a store and buy a suit, you get a bag like that.
Yeah, exactly. But those bags are meant for this, to protect it from. We will also get there because people can be afraid of insects, of moth, that will eat them, and we have some techniques for that.
But also sometimes you can use those like vacuum bags.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because
you can get creases and it can destroy the shape.
Exactly, especially if you have some suit and so on. I would definitely not do it.
It should be hanged on a hanger and in the bag. And
I would be afraid also that the smell, it can develop things in it because it doesn't breathe bacteria.
And also it's plastic.
Yeah.
So it's rubber. I don't know.
It will. Yeah, I think.
But when I leave it in the basement, then I hang special like cedar tree stuff for moles.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly. That was what I wanted to go through.
Not some like chemical products.
No. Exactly. Cedar should be enough in most cases. And also one point. Since we are talking about moths, we can talk about it. I had this problem when I was living in south of France, is that you might assume that it's better to have them in a closed environment without light, but actually that's what they love, the moth.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you actually have an hanger that is outside, it might be in a better place than if it was closed in a little dark room. We can also talk about stain very quickly. We're a bit shooting the first points that we think are important. A stain, when you make a stain on yourself,
you need to get rid of it
the fastest possible.
I did that mistake. I was in an Italian restaurant eating pasta, and I dropped it on my trousers, and I was no, chill. And then my girlfriend actually told me, you need to go right now and wash it with a soap. And I was like, no, I will do it later. And then I was at the dry cleaner, and he said, no, we cannot.
But there's this type of rule, like the 30 seconds rule or something like this. Like
when it's fat.
Exactly. When it's still fat, wet, and at the beginning, you can still get rid of most of the worst type of stain. The more you wait, the less you give yourself a chance.
I use like this Gal soap.
Yeah, I heard about this actually. It's super. I'm using hand soap without any bad stuff for the skin, like and usually by rubbing it. You shouldn't
rub that much.
No, you shouldn't rub too much, and also be careful with the temperature of the water, because the more it's warm, the more you fix it. So I would start with quite cold or fresh water, and then maybe go a bit higher if needed.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't start with too warm water, because you might just actually block the stain in the garment. I only see one last. We said that you shouldn't wash too much your clothes.
Same with dry cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. Dry cleaning.
Because it's chemicals.
Yeah, exactly.
And guys, usually like your woolen suit doesn't need to be dry cleaned after every use. I mean, I don't dry clean even my suits when I have stains. Yeah. But usually you can just refresh it with a steamer.
Exactly, but
hang it in the bathroom, for example, when you're taking a shower. But for example, if I was wearing a wife beater with a suit, and then my armpit was in contact with the jacket, so I have some bacteria. But I'm gonna go home and use a steamer.
I totally agree. Yeah, let's dive into the dry cleaning more, because most of the time people have a tendency to overdo it as well. Like you said, it's harsh chemicals. I would say it's to be reasonable. If you take a look at your suit, So first of all, the materials the suit is made of most of the time doesn't need too much cleaning.
No, because it's wool, and wool,
exactly.
Animals, they have wool, they don't go to dry clean.
No, and why? It's because wool, the bacteria doesn't develop on the wool. And that's why it doesn't smell, and that's why you don't need to wash it that often. Honestly, it's exactly like you said. For me, when I've been wearing a suit, especially a suit that is made of wool, I would just hang it at home. I steam it just to release the tension in the fiber.
How about cotton then?
That's what I was thinking
part.
about. That's a bit more tricky. I would say that the cotton, if it's been touching your body, it might need it, but then I would avoid to have cotton that touch my body too much, because then I know that, because those suits, even if it's made of cotton, you can absolutely not wash them in a washing machine.
No. It's not that cotton.
Exactly.
It's not like your t-shirt.
And it's
Gym
not
t-shirt.
because it's not the right cotton for that, but it's also because the construction of your suit will get completely ruined. Everything, what you don't see on the suit is like everything that is hidden behind the material is the way it's built.
It's canvas. Even if it's glue, then it's even worse.
Even more, exactly. So no, that would be to be dry clean. And it's a matter of you can feel it, it's whether it's wool or if it's those type of material, linen, cotton, etc. An advice could be also to use blends like wool, silk, linen. So then you have the advantages of, and also with cotton instead of linen or with linen. Then you would take away the disadvantages of the fabric of the cotton and the linen, and the advantages of the wool and the silk, which then will breathe and evacuate the smell and the problems. But you can feel it. I mean, if it's visibly dirty, then you need to dry clean it.
But also you should brush your clothes.
Yeah,
with a brush, natural hair brush.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so you take the dust away.
Yeah.
Because the dust will also prevent the fabric from breathing and will coagulate more the smells and the sweat, etc.
And even sometimes, for example, when you have a dog or a cat, you have a lot of fur.
Yeah.
So those rollers with glue, they also destroy. Just use a brush.
Yeah, on too long term, they will pull the fiber. So
and also they will leave a bit of the glue on the fabric.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
But how about, do you dry clean your shirts, or do you? No, I do, because I had some experiences with them just be smaller after a while.
Yeah,
they shrunk.
Actually, that's true, and that's something. So when I'm making a shirt for a customer, it's something that we'll always take in account. So we always know how much the fabric will shrink in, and we always make it a bit boxier.
But also sometimes the fabric at the manufacturer is already washed.
Yeah, exactly. It's pre-washed. I see, to be honest, more luxurious fabric usually comes unwashed.
Yeah.
So it's you who is going to wash it, and then you need to take that in account. So every time I make a shirt for someone, slightly elongating the sleeves.
But I mean the MTM provider usually pre-wash.
They should,
for example, my Scholara shirts are pre-washed.
They're pre-washed. Yeah, okay.
The fabric, if it's needed.
Yeah, that's nice. It's for us also, that's a decision. We can have it pre-washed, but usually we don't. So it's the customer that's going to wash it for the first time, and it's up to him. And that's the way we have been making it work over time. It's been working for us. But yes, that's true that it might shrink in. But the problem is that it's a hassle. You need to have a lot of shirts in advance to do rotation, and then you need to go there, and it's expensive.
But also rotation is important with everything.
Yeah.
You cannot wear the same suit over and over again. Every day. Same with shoes. You need to rotate. You need to have few stuff. And after every use, you need to leave the suit to breathe a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, but yeah, if we go back to my routine,
air the suit after you use. And best to steam also.
Exactly. So for me, the best possible way is like the best routine. I go back home, put it on a nice hanger, blow some steam on it, let it dry during the evening, and before going to bed, I just hang it in my wardrobe, and that's it. And then you will use it for
a good hanger. I mean,
exactly, a good hanger, and then it's gonna be, and it's not too stuffed, so then you can still breathe there.
Yeah, ideally.
It's not the crucial part, but it's the best. And if you do this, you not only you will keep your suit for many years, but they're gonna age in a nice way because they will age, but they will age the way they should age. and you won't have to dry clean them so often. It's quite rare that you
And
have
the
to do
rule
it.
of thumb is when your suit is not visibly dirty, when it doesn't smell, then it doesn't need to be cleaned.
No, exactly. That's what I meant before. It's like you can figure it out also by yourself. Like well, if you don't have a nose, maybe ask someone.
Yeah.
But usually you can feel it. You can smell your clothes, and you can quickly see if there is a problem or not. And it's very rare with natural fiber that you would smell anything. If you do smell something, is that you have been pushing it. All right, but all those advices are very good for more the suits, but we can talk about the knitwear. It's something we slightly touched upon before, because they need their own special maintenance. Of course, when we're talking about knitwear, we are more thinking about cashmere and 100% wool.
Not cotton.
No, not cotton. Although I have some garments that have, it's a blend of cotton, cotton and silk, or cotton and cashmere.
That's a bit tricky, because then you need to wash it.
Exactly.
And
it's
wash
very
it by
tricky.
hand. I have some knitwear, and
Cotton and cashmere is quite, for example, popular.
I have cotton.
Yeah, it's not so easy, honestly. I mean, I love it. It's very comfortable, but the maintenance is not the easiest. So maybe going for the full same fabric would be easier in that regard.
And because usually this cotton, you cannot wash it in a just regular washing machine.
No, it's very difficult. But if let's take the natural fibers, like the merino wool, the super fine merino wool, ultra fine, the cashmere, silk also, and the blends and so on. So first of all, you don't need to wash them so often.
No, I don't think I wash my knits even once a year.
Yeah, it's
because they need to just air it a bit, leave it for a while, and
exactly.
It doesn't stink.
No, it doesn't. I would maybe blow a bit of steam, like I'm doing sometimes with my suit, and then just leave them flat on something that is breathable. Disregarding if you're washing them or not, I would never hang them.
No, because they will get longer.
Yeah, it's gonna damage them at some point. It's gonna open the collar, and the whole fit also is gonna get elongated. So you need to fold them in any case.
It's the same as the store. They are not hanged at the store.
Exactly.
They always lie on the table.
It's much nicer. And actually, I'm making custom-made knits at Bugialo, and they're on hangers, and I see it because over time they get a bit more open on the collar. So that's tricky. But if you feel that your knit is a bit too tight on the neck, then that can be a trick. But joke aside, if you wash them, you will need to be super careful. I would, generally speaking, I'm doing it inside out, like very gentle wash, and sometimes you can. And washing, exactly. So some machines are doing it properly. Sometimes it's so fragile that I do it myself. I just put it in light water with a special soap for that. There are special soaps for cashmere and things like this. Just gently letting the fiber taking the water. Rinsing it a lot also. Nice rinsing to take away all the deposit, because you don't want to destroy the qualities of your fiber.
And also the thing how to dry it.
Yeah, it's
because
a bit difficult.
You put it flat on you can put it flat on a towel, then roll the towel, and then just take the water out.
Exactly. So something that is very important is that knitwear, especially cashmere, loves water. So it's gonna help it age in a nicer way, but cashmere likes cold water. If you put whatever slightly warm water, it's the end. Your knit is dead. But if it's cold water, it's gonna actually help. It's part of the process of a nice aging of your knitwear. And we can talk about the peeling then.
Yeah, also a lot of people think that when a knitwear peels, that it's bad quality.
No, exactly. That's a misconception. Actually, you can have a very nice, let's say, cashmere or whatever, and it's going to peel. It's part of the nice aging of your garment. When it's peeling, you just remove the little excess of peeling. You have material for that. I know that shavers are not very popular because people have very bad experience with them. I have a shaver myself.
Yeah, me too.
I've never had a problem with
No.
that. I'm careful, of course.
Also, sometimes you can use a regular shaver.
Yeah, you can use a regular shaver. I think you need to be very careful if you do that. You can have even more problems actually with
And maybe with like heavier garments like coats.
Yeah, exactly. You can use also brush, knitwear brush. That can.
I have it, but I never used it. Yeah, they are a bit. I'm a bit scared that I will
me
destroy.
too. My colleague is actually using them often, and it works for him. So I think it's a matter of getting the technique, the right technique. But that's very useful. And again, peeling is not a problem. Fold them in a nice spot, and if you are going to put them on side for the next season, so then I would put them in cardboard box, so it can still breathe. It's not like stuffed. It's not too tight also, and I would put cedar.
I have like a cedar balls.
Exactly, cedar balls. So it's gonna give it a nice smell, and this type of smell pushes away the insects.
Exactly.
So, and that's a safe way of doing it, I would say.
And also, have you heard about this freezing jeans? That you should freeze your jeans, not wash.
Yeah, I that's actually it's when we were working on this episode that we heard about this technique, and we're like, what? And then I understood why it could work, because so when you have denims, it's cotton. But the advice, and we're talking about indigo, to have a nicer fade over time, we don't want to wash them too much.
No, because it will be like usually denims are pre-washed.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you want to have the same color, the dark navy, then
and also it's denims is very specific because the indigo wash is going away in a different way than any other dye. So it means that it's gonna go away in the water. So that's also why you shouldn't wash your denim with anything else, because it's gonna destroy them otherwise. But also, it will it's not gonna look very good.
no.
So
It will look worn.
Exactly, and the fading is more beautiful when it's by the way you are wearing it, when it fades on the points of friction. And to have this, you need to wash it less.
Yeah.
But then it's not very hygienic.
Yeah, because it's the cotton.
Yeah, and it's very. I remember my first selvage denims. It smelled like hell, to the point I couldn't wear it anymore. I was like, well, okay, well, and then you need to find some techniques to compensate for this. So everything that we said for wool is good to be done here. Steaming it, letting it breathe in a very.
Also, even ironing just on the left side.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
inner side.
Well, some people say that you shouldn't iron a denim, actually at all. You don't want it flat. Like the idea is more to give it like some very warm, intense warm to kill the bacteria. But you don't really want it to be super flat, because then you're gonna destroy a bit the creasing that you created, you know.
Yeah, but also if you, for example, some people they want to have the
the crease.
the crease in the middle.
Yeah,
on denim.
but that's a different. That becomes a bit more advanced, because then you're processing
you
your
can
denims.
steam your denims.
Yeah, but the freezing.
Yeah.
So the idea is that by freezing them, you kill the bacteria also.
Yeah.
So it's one way of of destroying the bacteria without having to washing them.
I don't have space in my freezer though.
Yeah, but now that I think about it, I've seen people doing this. For example, taking a bath with their denims. So it's like the first bath to make it age in a
Bath?
Yeah, they take the bath with their denims on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's a technique, like
Never heard of it.
crazy, super advanced technique to that people are using. Yeah, denims is.
For how long?
Oh, they just take for a few minutes. But the idea is that it dries on them.
Oh.
Yeah, they want to make it dry on them, and it's like it's brand new. But that's the first thing that they are doing.
Yeah, but wait a minute. To have your denims, you took a bath with
the denims on,
and then it takes an
but
hour,
with clear
2
water.
hours.
Yeah, might actually.
Are you at home, or are you taking a walk with your denims? And
Look, those people, they are part of a religion. So they have faith in the gods of indigo, and they do things that I don't even know, but it's a
Okay.
thing. It's actually a thing.
Okay, next time when I'm gonna see a guy with wet pants on, usually I thought that maybe he was late home and drank a lot too much water. But now I'm okay. That's
Don't
that's
judge
the
them too
indigo.
fast.
That's the indigo fan.
Exactly. Now, we could almost make a full episode just based on denims because it's like some people are encyclopedias about this, and you can have very weird things.
Yeah, like those very thick denims that they stand by their own.
Yeah, exactly. And they make you bleed behind the knees when you're wearing them, like literally bleeding.
I do it every day. You don't?
No, bleeding behind your knees?
It's time to bleed.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't have your first bleed, you're not a man.
Yeah. Denim bleed.
Then bleed.
Okay, so wet trousers.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. But we were talking about the natural fibers, like the cotton, the linen, and so on. And that's a bit tricky because I would steam it, but I wouldn't iron it, for example. Because then you are taking away the creases, but you kind of want to keep off some natural shape, especially if you take a linen suit. It's shaping a bit around your body, and I don't want it when I will wear it again. I want it to be steamed. So I want it to take away the bad creases. For example, I'm sitting like this. I have a crease on my back. I want to remove
Yeah, but
this.
usually you know how to iron it. You take another cloth.
Yeah.
And also the cloth can be, for example, wet.
Yeah.
And you iron through it.
Yeah, exactly.
Never directly, because then you can hold.
Yeah.
It can be like a bit
It's gonna
glossy,
flatten, exactly.
also.
Yeah,
Or the fabric will look
almost damaged.
damaged.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why you don't want to do. I don't know how to call it even in English, but you know, when sometimes you iron and it's more like shiny.
A bit like you have
Shiny.
with the suede leather.
Yeah, it's
on
more
the shoes.
shiny on
Yeah,
on
exactly.
those parts, and you should avoid it. You should avoid ironing directly.
Yeah, don't iron directly. Honestly, most of the time, a good steamer works for that. You have plenty good brands. I don't know.
Yeah, I tested one.
Philips, the Steamery also are making very good ones.
I had a collaboration with one steamer. Is actually the steam is dry steam. They advertise it. I don't remember the brand, but you can find it on my Instagram.
Does it work then?
But it's so powerful. I was scared using it for the first time.
Okay, but what is it blowing like some warm hair or?
Warm
Okay,
hair, yeah.
Crazy.
I will find it because it was. I have a reel on my Instagram, Mr. Grono. So
Yeah.
I really recommend it. I had a collab with them, but it's a good stuff.
But while you are looking for that, I would say, generally speaking, don't overdo it with those type of fabrics. If there's a bit of wrinkle left, it's fine. It's like it's meant for that. Linen will always like have a tiny bit of wrinkling of you wearing it. So
Usually it's not needed.
No,
So-
it's not a deflect. It's not bad if there is a tiny bit of life in cotton, in linen, and blends that have this fabric in them.
I'm still trying to find it, but it's not going good.
Yeah, I keep going in the meantime, and things that also runs through my mind and that I remember. We have some sort of scripts, of course, that we're trying to follow. But after washing a shirt, the best way is to hang it directly on a nice hanger.
You will have less work to do ironing.
Yeah, exactly. Because we are talking about all those fabrics, cotton, linen, etc. So that's what I would do also for the shirt, even if they are also blends with linen. Put them directly on the hanger, nice hanger, like we mentioned, so not too thin, and also with a shape that follows the natural shape of your suit. Without any asperities and so on. There is also the collar stays. I don't know what you do with your collar stays. Me, I actually remove them.
Yeah, I don't even order shirts with collar stays.
I still order it with collar stays, but I remove them.
Okay.
It's just that I'm not gonna use it. I feel it's.
I cannot find it.
You can find. We can maybe put it in post-production and the name of it. But color stays. I like when it's flowing a bit in the color. Even when there is some construction, when you have a bit stiffer color, it's usually soft, but it has a bit of stiffness. And like that it's aging, that it gives it a bit of a nice natural roll to it.
But also, if you want to have more construction, then you have some kind of canvas inside.
Yeah, exactly. So you have some skin, it's like it's how do you say it's not glue, but it's constructed basically because you need some stiffness to it, and it's I'd say that it's
Laura Star.
Okay.
Laura Star.
Laura
Star.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very powerful. They even have some kind of special ironing boards that are active that gives you the steam from down.
Okay.
Side.
Yeah, also. But it seems very advanced.
Yeah, I have the steamer.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Well, we kind of round up this topic, I would say. One last thing that comes to my mind, there might be others coming on the way, but it's what we also touched upon before, storage.
That's important.
Nice.
Suits needs to be hanged.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You need to have space.
The way you store them and the way you also, I mean, your wardrobe is supposed to be seasonal. So you have like spring, summer clothes, and then you have more like fall, winter clothes. And when you are shifting, then you need to have a nice location in which you will
I even
place
have
all
a rack
clothes.
in the basement.
Yeah, that's the same. I have a rack there, so they hang nicely. You cover them with a clothes with a bag.
But also there are special racks that you can put like a cover on the whole rack.
All over it. Yeah. Actually, IKEA is doing that. So it's as simple as it. It's cheap. You put all your clothes in that. It's gonna be breathable. They're gonna be protected from the dust. The dust is not very nice for that, and like we mentioned, cedar could be placed in it so it can keep a nice smell and it will avoid the insect from coming. But it's just part of the maintenance, not to have it too stuffed into not too many things in your wardrobe.
Sometimes you need to have an extra storage somewhere if you don't have enough space.
I mean, for people like us that are, even that is not enough. We still need more space, but also it's because we live in apartments, so we don't have so much space. Because when you live in a house, you can dedicate a whole room to that.
Walk-in closet, or if you have a big apartment, that would be optimal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my dream, to have a walk-in closet.
If you are rich,
I had a walk-in closet, but not here.
You had?
Yeah, I had. It was a room with just wardrobes.
Yeah, exactly. That's quite cool. Never had that. Even when I was living in very big places. But now I miss it. But so rotation. It's like the rotation is not only like daily. You need to rotate your clothes daily, but you also need to rotate the season, the clothes.
Yeah,
season.
You don't use heavy, corduroy suits in the summer.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're not using it, just put it somewhere else. If you have space, you can have everything in one room. If you have space,
Avoid
but
plastic.
it's nicer to cover it.
It's nice to cover it and avoid plastic, generally speaking.
Yeah, I avoid anything that is synthetic.
Yeah, exactly. Even around the clothes, like those vacuum bags, or even
hangers, plastic hangers. Just use maybe wooden. They are just nicer.
Yeah, and it's quite cheap nowadays. Honestly, it's the same price to get almost the same price plastic and wood, which is another problem, I guess. But at least and try to have them like the same width.
And also trousers. For example, you know that you have those special hangers that you hang trousers, press them. I would say that you should use those hangers that you just hang it in half.
Yeah.
And hanging also, it's important to have the
The crease. Follow the crease.
The crease, but don't use anything that will pinch your trousers.
Damage the fabric.
And not those that press that you hang your trousers by like the opening of the leg.
That's not very good. I would put them half roll. That's how I put them. But also something for denims, I realized over the years that the best way, that the thing that was keeping the best shape on my denims was to hang them on a hook. I hang them by the back on a hook, because what I realized is that if I fold them, they get flat and it gives me creases that I don't want. And it's the same if I hang them.
In some denim stores, they are hanged like that. I remember when I worked at Carling's.
They
had them.
That's
like
true that now that I think about it, they are doing it, and that's also something that I'm doing. I hang them like this by the back, and then it gives a nice shape to them. So if you can hook them, you can put a few ones on the same hook. It doesn't matter, so it doesn't take too much space. That's what I'm doing, and I prefer it actually. Just make sure that there's good air circulation.
Yeah, exactly, because otherwise it will get maybe too
mold or
humid
moisture. Avoid to put them in.
You can kill your garments.
Yeah, exactly. And then next season you will come and they are destroyed.
Smell.
Worse, they could be mold growing on them and things like this. So that would be very bad.
So that's why all those vacuum bags are a big no-no.
Yeah,
I would say
empty the pockets, of course. Like you are not going to use them for maybe a while. So empty your pockets.
Maybe you'll find some money in the pockets.
That's you remember that when that was happening, when we were sticking our hands in a pocket and we were like finding €1 or even before the euro.
Yeah. But better this than, for example, chewing gum after washing your trousers.
You just brought like very old memory of me, like having a chewing gum in a paper, forgetting about it, and then it's like destroying your trousers.
Or washing your trousers with money inside, with paper money.
Yeah, but they were quite solid.
Yeah, they should be.
Okay, but I think we can.
We covered it. So, guys, it's the balance is important with everything, even with taking care of your garments.
Yeah, exactly. That's. If you want to keep them longer, we can just very quickly run through the shoes again. We talked about it, but it's an episode dedicated to that, and we can round up with this. So rotation, super important. Exactly. First of all, you rotate your shoes. You don't wear them every day the same ones.
Put on the shoe trees.
Shoe trees every time you stop.
Not plastic and not with the spring that expand your back of the shoe.
No, it needs to be the same.
The same form.
Yeah, shape. Cedar would be a good thing because it will swallow the moisture in a very nice way.
I've heard that that's actually a myth.
Really? That the cedar is better at that than other? It feels more porous, so it feels that it would do it better.
But actually the best shoe trees are lacquered. Yeah, so they are covered.
Okay, then that's a myth. I didn't know about it, so we learn every day.
And also moisturize your shoes, because otherwise the leather will be destroyed afterward. It will be too dry.
Just before that, what I do every day, I put a shoe tree on them and I brush them very quickly. I have a little brush, bam, 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 a little brush on them, and it will prevent you from having to do a full maintenance too often.
Sometimes even like a wet cloth.
Yeah, exactly. That can be enough. But then, yes, the next step is something that you need to do regularly. Usually what I do it for all my shoes. But if you don't have the time, you can do it like just...
I don't have the time because I have many.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. But you do full maintenance. So you will clean them. You apply one cream to take away...
you have a cleaner. If it's,
exactly.
Usually you don't need to use cleaner. No. I just use wet cloth. If you have some kind of stains, then you need to use cleaner, leather cleaner. But usually I just use cloth and then cream.
Yeah, because
it's the easiest.
I like this idea. I think it's very important to understand a bit. So this is leather. It's like skin.
Yeah.
And when you are applying whatever product on it, it's like if you were applying makeup. So you're literally putting makeup on your shoes. So then when you will take care of it, you need to clean the makeup from
Yeah,
before.
but not every time. So then you use a renovator.
No,
Ça fait
exactly.
Renovateur. Yeah,
Not
something
every
like that.
time, but I don't know. For example, those shoes, I'm wearing them a lot.
Mm.
And every 3-4 months, depending on the weather, if it's raining outside, etc., I will do a full maintenance.
Yeah.
So I will clean the pomade or whatever that I put before.
Yeah, because all usually creams, they have some kind of a little bit of pigment.
Exactly.
If it's not
pigmentation.
neutral.
Exactly.
If it's neutral, then you maybe don't need to do this. But like every 3 months I use this renovator,
Yeah.
Saphir renovator,
Yeah.
just to clean and moisturize, and then I put the cream on.
Exactly.
And if you have some, like for example, scratches, then you can use recolorant that has more pigment.
Yeah, exactly. So I would do this, and of course, if you're a bit more advanced, you can actually play with the tones of color. I like. I had those shoes, boots that were like a bit orange, like a lighter brown, and I was putting some
Mahogany.
yeah, exactly. On
Different
the
reddish.
exactly. So a bit more advanced, but it can be very cool. Okay.
And if you want to have mirror shine, then hard wax. But this is advanced. It takes hours.
That's advanced,
I did
and to maintain it's much more difficult because just a bump and then
Yeah, but if you do it, then it's easier to redo it.
yeah.
The first time is just 3 hours. It was 3 hours for me.
Yeah, I've never done that. Honestly, I never had the courage to do it. But yeah, I would say those are the basic techniques to maintain your shoes. Not such a big deal, honestly.
Yeah, and with, for example, suede, just a brush as well.
Yeah, brushing. But honestly, just brushing your clothes, whether it's your jacket or your shoes after every day of wear, it takes 2 seconds. You brush it like this, and that's really gonna be a big deal.
But also with shoes, I would add that it's important to moisturize, to use cream on the sole sides.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, something that we often forget.
Yeah, because it can also get too dry.
Yeah, and then what's going to happen is over time it's going to separate the different layers.
And also the color, it will be lighter.
Yeah, exactly. So
there are special creams just for the color.
More fat or
they have more the pigment.
Yeah, more
You
pigment.
have them to be more black.
Yeah, I would say pretty much like this. So let us know if we forgot something.
Yeah, what kind of rules do you have to take care of your?
Yeah, what is your
garments?
routine actually? It would be interesting because I think we covered the basics and the most important things, but there are always, everyone has their little
Did you
techniques.
ever freeze your your jeans? The denims?
Do you freeze your clothes to wash them? I want to know.
Do you have a special fridge with a place for your denims?
The Jeffrey Dahmer
Oh.
thing. You open your fridge and they are closed, and how would you react if you see someone doing this? Like, what is this weather?
Yeah, can you, babe? Can you give me the ice cream there on the
Between the
left
socks.
from the denims?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not that much. But you see, I mean, those things that we are talking about, they are easy things that anyone can do every day.
And at the same time, a lot of people just don't do that.
No, exactly. And it takes 2 seconds, but then those 2 seconds every day, they're going to make you wear those clothes for 10 years at
Exactly.
least. So it's really worth putting the small effort. It becomes a routine. Then you just do it mechanically.
All right. Yeah. See you later, guys. And thank you for this episode.
Yeah. Again, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram, on OnlyFans. We are showing pictures of our socks everywhere, and let us know what you feel about this episode and what we have been wearing. Again,
Yeah, exactly. Who
wore it better?
Yeah.
Ciao,
Bye,
guys.